Hey everybody, Knick-Knack here on my second channel, Knick-Knack Anime, here to bring you guys a late review on the recently released Sacha Baron Cohen film, The Dictator. Yeah. Now this film will have to be one of my most anticipated films for this year next to The Avengers. And my personal opinion on it is that it was good, but not as strong as his last few films. Wanna know why? Watch the rest of the review to find out. Just to warn some of you though, I might spoil bits of the film, so if you don't want to get spoiled, don't watch this review. Okay, so the premise of The Dictator focuses on Sacha Baron Cohen's character, who goes by the name of General Aladdin, in which he of course is a dictator to the fictional Northern African country of Wadiya. Being a dictator, Aladdin of course is one big piece of shit with what he does to his people. Not only that, he has the power to create nuclear weapons, which causes him to go to New York to address the United Nations. Throughout the story, we suddenly find out he loses power, and that leads to a basic plot of having to live as a normal person or a refugee of Wadiya in New York, waiting for the right time to obtain the stolen power. One thing to note is that the story of this film is told differently than the last two Cohen films, in which this is an actual scripted film with all of it being acting, rather than him just playing a character trolling the unsuspected. So getting back to the review, the major factor of what makes the story really enjoyable is the dialogue. Throughout the film, about half of Aladdin's dialogue consists of him making offensive remarks to almost anybody and everybody, which just got me laughing throughout because it's so fucked up, it's funny. A thing to note is that I said it's pretty much expected for Cohen films, but that's besides the point. Now, while I said that the story is good, it however has one big problem that irks me. It's very predictable. I personally think it brings the film down a bit because I've seen like all these movies and TV shows with the same predicament. However, it isn't all that predictable because I was all like, oh shit, when I seen the ending. But to make a long story short, the film's story is well told, but don't expect it as something unique and interesting. Talking about the acting, I think it was okay. This unfortunately is coming from a guy who's new to reviewing movies, so don't take it as like, you suck when it comes to this part. Yeah, don't take it as fact, yeah. Now from what I saw of it, it looked as if the vibe of the atmosphere seemed very nice, and every actor seemed to enjoy themselves when playing their roles. Cohen's performance as Aladdin was both hilarious and offensive as always. Ben Kingsley was a pretty good antagonist from so little I can remember of his roles, and Anna Faris's performance of Zoe, who was a major character in the film, didn't make it feel as if she was huge into politics and rebelling and stuff. Yeah, spoiler warning, sorry people. As I mentioned, the acting was okay. Mainly, I think it's because of the character of Aladdin. Don't get me wrong, it was good as I stated for like the second or third time, but in my opinion, he was way too much of a joke for a dictator, and I think dictators should be people you hate. Nonetheless, it's just a minor complaint that you can shrug off, and I'm pretty much saying that the overall acting is good, as I mentioned how many fucking times. But sorry people that I'm like bad at this review, but this is my first movie review, and yeah, it's kind of half-assed. In conclusion, as you can tell from this half-assed, lazy, or like noobish review, that I really enjoyed The Dictator. As Meeting Flipper said, quick shout out to me and Flipper if you haven't checked out his channel. My thoughts and opinions on this film are kind of like his. Like Borat would be the best Coen film. Second, or like in the middle, would be this film, The Dictator. Maybe last would be Bruno. And Ollie G, I still need to rewatch it again. So like, yeah. That's besides the point. Sorry I'm rambling on or stuff. But for my overall like score, I would have to like give The Dictator maybe a 7 out of 10. Like as I mentioned, it was alright, but like not his best work. So yeah. But you guys, whoever is a fan of Coen films, comedy films, racist jokes, offensive remarks, you guys should definitely watch this film because it's one of the most funniest films you'll ever watch. You know what, hell, any Coen film where he like acts as some fucked up offensive character is quite possibly some of the most funniest movies you'll ever watch. Dictator is one of them, as I mentioned. How many fucking times? So yeah, guys, you should go watch The Dictator. Anyway, this has been my first crappy noobish movie review. So yeah, let me know in the comments if I did pretty good on this review. Like, tell me what I could do better, because, you know, I really want to, like, review movies more, and maybe get this channel up and running. Maybe more anime reviews and more manga reviews. Yeah. So, as always, this is Nick Nack, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, and until next video, if I do ever make another video on this channel. Yeah, sorry, blah blah blah. I'm out.